Hello everyone and welcome back to another FFA replay cast by me, Thendis32. I believe this is FFA number 7 of my FFA series. Now, for those of you that do watch these in full length, I recommend you get some drinks, you get some food, you get some of the good stuff, because I did not watch this game, but I did see the replay time. And it's a long one. But I was told to cast this, so it must be good. And sadly there's no observers, but hopefully later on in the game when someone gets eliminated we will have an observer. So let us introduce our players spawning as the light blue human. We have a Jeek. Well-known guy, I think he's been in a lot of my casts so far. And spawning as the purple human, don't let the name fool you, we have Super Cumulo, the current FFA Master League champion.
Job done.
And spawning as the teal human, we have Ishan, who, keep in mind, is going for early lumber mill. And last but not least, spawning as the green night elf, it is DV. So 3 humans and a night elf. This is a 4-way on Market Square. Market Square, for those of you that ever played 4v4 in your life, is a pretty well-known map, as it is my personal favorite 4v4 map. It's pretty fun. So let us keep in mind the player positions in this map. We have Cumulo and Ajik spawning right next to each other. So early on, I think these two are going to go pretty well at it. We got DV, who kind of has his own little corner. He's going for a very early tree of life, so he will be going for that fast expansion. This camp is protected by the rock golem. Now, let us talk about Ishan. Ishan is in one of the very best positions at the moment. Look at this. He literally has this whole section of map to himself. So I expect him to have some nice creeping. I expect him to get a lot of bases in.
Job's done.
And let us talk about Market Square. There is a red camp in the middle, protected by the Dark Wizard. It also has a nice healing and mana fountain. There's 4 of these camps, kind of in an X formation, protected by the Bandit Lord. This is, well, a red camp. And in the corners of the map is the final red camps, protected by the Dark Wizard as well. And in gold mines where players have not spawned, we do have the Granite Golems. Now, Cumulo gonna go for a bit of a risky creep here. He is militia creeping this mercenary camp. It is an orange camp, and it does give him early access to mercs as he does it, and a quick level 2. We have a Jeek over here who I do not believe knows this is going on, so Cumulo will be able to finish this camp in time. Oh, a Jeek did see this, but it looks like he is not gonna try to harass it. And Cumulo gonna pick up an early assassin. He does a nice little poison effect. Whatever unit he attacks get poisoned and will slowly lose some health. Now the Tree of Life is finished for DV. He's uprooted and letting it walk away. We do see a Tinker as the first hero choice for him. Another thing I forgot to mention in free-for-all, of course, is that neutral heroes are a lot stronger in here than they are in the other matchups. Alright, meanwhile, our boy Ajik, or Alkash, is going to go for the militia creep into his fast expansion. Gets a level 2 in his Archmage for it. So his tech's going to be a little bit delayed. Now, what do we see out of Ishan? He went for early rifle build. He did pull the militia. Looks like he's going to get an expansion of his own. In free-for-all, economy is so important. Really important. You'll see long, heavy 90 food army. Well, if they're gonna bank under the low upkeep. Anyways, you tend to see multiple bases out of each players. I would say that micro is important in free-for-all, but it's definitely more of an economy game. Alright, meanwhile, Cumulo, militia creeping himself an Expo, does get a very fast level 3 on his Archmage. Alright, meanwhile for Ishan, we do see a tech to tier 2. We do see the town halls going up. Looks like DV wants to creep out another expansion spot. Ishan did see this with the scouting peasants. For those of you wondering if I'm going to upload the Garrett Cup finals, I will not be. They're already uploaded by Back to Warcraft. That's not the reason why I'm not doing it. This FFA replay is really long, so I will have to cut something from it. So I will cut the Garrett Cup. But after this cast, I will be uploading those replays to Warcraft replays if you want them for yourself. It was Orc Worker versus Hawk in a best of 5. But back to the game, we do have Ishan creeping away, taking a little bit of damage onto his riflemen's. Gonna have to micro him back.
Job's done.
As the kobolds and their bash ability is quite annoying, and the slow from the geomancers. Alright, it looks like we're gonna have Alcash just scout about. Maybe we'll see a cancel. No, he doesn't want to make enemies with DV, not just yet. But he did get the information he needed. He decides not to cancel Expo. Meanwhile, DV's other Tree of Life is up and running. Super Cumulo's Town Hall just now finishing up. Alcash's Town Hall finished. And Ishan's finished. Now, I can't remember if it's Alcash or Jeek. I'm still learning the FFA players. I'm sorry. So, for now, I'll just call him a Jeek. I'm sure I'll get yelled at in the YouTube comments. And Ajik getting some very nice scouting. He did see this peasant here from Ishan, so he knows that more than likely a second base, well, third base is going to go up. And Ishan's now at tier 2. What is his resources looking like? He's got some gold, not really much for wood. We do see a Mountain King second out of him. Meanwhile, Cumulo still at tier 1 as he went for a quick 3 bases, actually. Ajik taking up the tier 2, getting the blacksmith, and DV now hitting tier 2. He does have the Hunter's Hall, getting the +1 upgrades for the Ancient of Lore buildings. Units, Dryads, Bears, although Talons and Hippogriffs get an upgrade too, but I do not see him going for early Ancient of Wind play. Ishan continuing to creep out. I'm not sure how much he's scouted. See, I don't think he realizes what good of a position he's in. He knows that there's no one here, but I'm not sure what else he has scouted. And Ajik going way across the map here. He's way away from his base. And he's long walking some peasants over here, so he's going to try to take a sneaky base up in the top corner here. And I'm not sure if it'll get scouted or not. The player that will most likely scout it will probably be Ishan. Cumulo might catch it as he's creeping out the middle spots. None of the red spots have been crept. It's still pretty early in the game. We're only 7 minutes in. Is my overlay up? Okay, good. I didn't know if I put it up or not. Alright, DV gonna be the first one to crack out a red spot. We do see a Pandaren Brewmaster as the second hero choice. The Bandit Lord, if attacked, does pop a Divine Shield, so it's usually smart to just pop shot him just to get that shield out of the way and then worry about the rest of the creeps. Alright, early game in FFA, we do see a lot of creep camps. Amulet of the Wild was the super duper item for Ishan as he crept this top red camp. And the super duper item for DV has not been stated yet, as Panda did take a lot of damage from the creeps. Gotta try to let those pocket goblins creep out for him. And the super duper item is the demonic figurine, which allows him to summon a Doom Guard who knows Stomp, Rain of Fire, Cripple. Stomp, Rain of Fire, Cripple. I think he knows something else. I just can't remember. Stomp, Rain of Fire, Cripple. I guess we'll find out if he uses it. Alright, so far so good. Cumulo with the later tech to tier 2, but he did go for a quick 3 bases. We do see the tech to tier 3 coming in from Ajik.
Our forces are under attack.
Tech to tier 3 out of DV, and a tech to tier 3 out of Ishan. So each player is starting to get their techs going, starting to transition that late game. Meanwhile, we do see Ishan creeping out this red camp, see what that super duper item will be from the Granite Golem. And we have Ajik creeping out his own super duper camp. The item, of course, is held by the Dark Wizard, so we'll just have to see what items each player gets. The Granite Golem does drop a Medallion of Courage, a little bit of a boost to strength and intelligence. Meanwhile, Ajik is gonna get himself a Claws of Attack plus 15, not bad. Meanwhile, Scouting Water Elemental for Super Cumulo, just scouting about. Does see the second base undefended by Ishan, so if Cumulo's feeling a bit aggressive, he might try to go in for the push. But if you guys have been watching any of my FFA games, Cumulo's not the one to make enemies early on. He's the one that likes to bank up to like 20k and then still try to bank. And it works. I mean, he won the FFA championship, so it works. Alright, just curious, what are the banks looking like? We got Cumulo at 3k, we got DV at 2,500, we got Ishan at 3,800, we got Ajik at 3,600. So surprisingly enough, Cumulo's not the biggest bank at the moment. That might change. I come to cleanse this land was said. Someone's getting priests. I believe Ajik almost at tier 3. Let's see. DV's at tier 3, and we do see the double Chimrus and some Ancients of Wind. So it looks like it might be Hippogriff Chims, maybe some Fairy Dragons in. Oh, and DV crept another red spot. The super duper item for this camp was it Preferit?
Upgrade complete.
Maybe it was sold. Whatever it was. Upgrade complete.
Job done.
So, Ajik now at tier 3, starting to get some Arcane Sanctums
Job
up and
done.
running, along with some workshops. As we know, late game humans pretty strong. We do see the Paladin as the third hero choice. And tanks are very strong in FFA. They're strong in most situations.
Forces are under
In the
attack.
certain situation, they're
Job
good.
done.
Alright, more
Job
red
done.
spots being crept. Creep camps are starting to drop down a little. Meanwhile, DV with another proxy tree of life, so he's going to try to take himself a 4th base. And that will put him on the base lead, as everyone else is either at 3 or 2.
Forces are under attack.
Actually, no, everyone's at 3 bases. So everyone's going that real economy mode. Ice Shard was the item. Summons an Ice Revenant who knows Vampiric, Aura, and Frost Nova. And the Granite Golem with his Thunderclap and Storm Bolts are pretty tough. Oh. But DV smartly using Wands of Illusion to creep him out. And we do see a Scouting Hippogriff out of DV. So he's just seeing what's what. Getting a feel. So far, no one's gotten into really big fights. Like I said, this is an 8-player map, so plenty of creeping opportunities, plenty of expansion possibilities. You don't really need to go into that quick engagement to your nearest opponent. Alright. So far, everyone's economy's up and running. We do start to see more barracks coming in for Ajik, maybe for some knights later on, of course. Well, we haven't looked into Ishan's base much. He is starting to get some griffins into production, has the workshops going in case he needs tanks, gyros. Cumulo, now at tier 3, also going for that pretty late game human, getting the mastery training on the casters, getting the upgrades running. He's in full economy mode right now. Alright, and we have a Ajik creeping out the middle spot. The super duper item was the Crown of the Kings, plus 5 strength, intelligence, and agility. Good item for any hero in Warcraft. And I feel like Ishan's not taking his lead as big as he could. Like, he had this whole side of the map to himself, and he's just playing it safe, really. I think that might be a lack of scouting, though. Like, well, last time I checked, he didn't really scout much here. So that might have been a factor. So far, things are going smooth. We do have DV creeping out. How many red camp? Right. Replay system likes to not tell me stuff I need to know. And this super duper item is Kellen's Dagger of Escape. Whatever hero holds that item has the blink ability of the Warden. So yes, you could see a tinker blinking across the map. anything is possible in Warcraft.
Ready to work. Research complete.
I'm waiting for some action here, boys. The replay is long.
Ready to work.
So, like I said at the start of this cast, you better get some popcorn. I'm prepared. I have a big thing of water here.
Research complete.
Alright, low upkeep. Ishan, my boy, breaking into that upkeep. Let's check the supplies and stuff. We got 6k gold, 66 supply for Ishan. Alright, come on.
Our warriors have
We got
engaged the
8k
enemy.
gold, 50 supply for DV. 8k gold and 50 supply for Kumilo. And Jeek at 48 supply with 9k gold. So Ishan, you're the only one to break into that upkeep. Are you feeling a bit aggressive? You're gonna try to make a power push onto someone. But right now we do have a Jeek out and about on the map. We might see an engagement between these two humans. Yeah, maybe. I don't know why else the Jeek would be this far out. I mean, his bases are all the way over here. He does have this hidden one that I believe was scouted by quite a bit of the players here. Oh, Ishan moving his peasant away. Jeek deciding not to fight. I guess he just wanted to scout with his army. Alright, Keeper of the Grove using that crystal ball. What area did you reveal? Ah, you revealed Ishan's base.
Have engaged the enemy.
Oh! Oh, come on, I need a fight! Let's get
Your
some
building
blood,
is
some
complete.
carnage. I want to hear them screaming for murder. That was violent.
Research finished. Your building is
So
complete.
far, everything is quiet. No one's pushing into each other. We have Kumio taking base number 4.
Your
Oh.
building is complete.
That's gotta be embarrassing. Jeek and Ishan want the same mine, but who's gonna be the first one there to stop it? It looks like Jeek's gonna come in, maybe kill Ishan's town hall. Or not. Are you guys gonna try
Our
to share the
warriors have
mine?
engaged the enemy.
I don't think that's gonna work out very well for you. Like, they see this, they know this is going on. But Jeek feels like it would be better to creep out the Merc camp, the orange camp, maybe get some hero levels going. So Ishan clicked his town hall. He knows this is happening. What does he do? He's running over. It looks like he might try to kill it. We might see the first fight of the game here. As we are starting to run out of creep camps. About time. Oh, he's bringing the tanks too. Oh, but we have Kumilo over here. We might see a fight with Kumilo and Ajik as well. Ishan picking up some preference. One thing I forgot to mention, prefer to vitalities are pretty strong. As late game you have those big hero nukes, so you probably would be better off getting that tankier heroes. And we have DV finally putting some pressure here, attacking into Ishan's peasant line, but Ishan is nearby to defend. Rockets going down from the Tinker, and DV gonna TP out. Oh, that breath of fire. 4 peasants down the drain. Whoa, that was good. And, like, they're not fighting. They're just chilling. Is DV hoarding Ishan? Is he? Oh boy, we got DV up to 12k gold at 79 supply.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Alright, we got Ishan on the aggressive now, attacking into DV's expansion. Does DV let it die? He does let it die. Decides not to TP. To defend. What does he have here? He's got quite a bit of hippogriffs, got 3 chimps along with it. And an Ancient Protector to clear out the trees, possibly. To fit more bases. More buildings. Oh,
Ready to work.
sorry about that.
Job done.
Alright, Ishan pushing in. We do have a TP out of DV. Alright, TP's right in the back. Tanks shooting away at the chims. Breath of Drunken Haze on the chins, but the fire did not go off. DV gonna try to have to micro. A little demonic figurine being used here. You do not want that air on top of the tanks. They will get shredded. Alright, rockets going out from the Tinker. Chims sieging away. They're pretty good at the hero nuke. Alright, more blizzards, more rain of fires. AoE's going down from each of the players here. Alright, but Ishan gonna focus down the tree of life. Alright, tank switching their priority. Griffins and Dragonhawks are definitely outgunned here with all these hippogriffs. They're right on top of Griffins, doing a lot of damage here. And the tree of life's still alive with 50 health. Ishan losing everything here. TP's out, and the tree of life actually lives during all that. So not the most effective attacks out of Ishan, but he did have 10k gold. His wood's a bit suffering. Oh, but now we have Cumulo going at it. Do they have a fight? No. DV doesn't want to take it. But one thing about Market Square is there's no Shredder. There is no Goblin Laboratory on Market Squares. So I'm sure we're going to see a lot of wood issues later on, as they are not able to buy Shredder like you could on like Silver Pine or what's another FFA map you guys use? Sanctuary, you know, those maps.
I smell magic in the air.
Cumulo's the guy to keep an eye on. He is the banker. He likes to bank, hoard, and hoard.
Job's done.
He's at 50 supply, 21 minutes into this game, and he's at 18k bank. And he doesn't plan on spending it. He's getting his upgrades. He's getting that 3-3 up and rolling. So when he does have to pump out units, they will be at their strongest. And does he put in a little bit of aggression
Job
into
done.
Jeek's Expo? Jeek's still hoarding, you say. Jeek's at 18k supply with 61 food. That is a big bank, but he is over that upkeep. And we see DV with a very pesky Ancient Protector. Not sure if that was going to get much done there. Oh, Ishan and a Jeek going at it. Paladin of a Jeek taking a little bit of damage. Will use that Divine Shield. So will Ishan's Paladin. He just wanted to be part of the group. Blizzard going on top of all these tanks here, along with the Breath of Fire. AoE going down right on top of them. But eventually, Ajik will have to TP out of this, I do believe. And there he is.
Our hero
Oh,
has fallen.
not before losing his Paladin. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, these two are still sharing.
I come to cleanse this land.
I was gonna say something, then my train thought that. Whoa, we got DV with the chimps here, sieging away at the town hall. That's what I was gonna say. With 3 humans in this game, if they could all get level 6 archmages, I will have to do a lot of multitasking, because I predict a lot of multiple mass teleport harassments, and that's gonna drive me nuts. And the Ancient Protector DV actually went up, so he is slowly hacking away at this gold line. So Ishan getting pretty attacked here. Gonna try for another engagement. Tanks attacking away. I don't think he has that decent amount of tanks yet. Alright, Chim's gonna try to focus down the Archmage. Rockets going down, and Ishan's Archmage getting so low, but he does get Holy Lighted from the Paladin. It's a level 2 Holy Light. Alright, now the tank's attacking away. Ishan really doesn't have much to deal with this, although the Chim's not getting micro does take a lot of damage over those tanks. There's only 3 tanks left. 1 Breath of Fire should be able to do quite a bit of damage on there. Alright, Breath of Fire going down, takes out 2 of the tanks. Now there's nothing to combat the air of DV. The Archmage of Ishan taking so much damage and getting rooted. He will go down. Level 5. Oh, we do see a level 6 Tinker. We see the Goblin tank, the Mecha Goblin being used here. Another Breath of Fire going down. DV deciding to back off. He's at 77 supply. Oh, okay, don't do that to me. Warcraft 3 is being very stubborn today. Stormbolt to Sniper Chim, very nice. Another Tangle Roots onto the Paladin. Is Divine Shield off a cooldown? I don't think it is. Oh no, but he did have a TP, so he will be using that. And during all of this, we have this Ancient Protector going to town. Alright, so DV now at 75 supply. Ishan at 51. Alright, now we have Kumulo going in here. And Ishan's just having a world of hurt on him. He lost pretty much all of his workers. He's basically down to 1 base income. Alright, but now we have Kumulo going in. Does clean up the Ancient Protector. Does he clean up the Town Hall? We have DV healing up at the fountains, using these fountains, having that fountain control, getting that mana regen and that health is very, very strong.
Ready to work.
That's why in 4v4s, the teams will try to creep them out very fast. Because if they can get shop control, not shop control, I'm used to Echo Isle games. If they can get fountain control, it's pretty nice. Now, a nice little bug about the replay system, until we have an observer, there's a nice little bug where if a building is destroyed, it still shows it on the minimap. Ooh! We got Ishan running in the DV, getting his Mountain King rooted. The healing fountain is helping keeping him alive. Rockets being used. The rockets do have a short little stun. More entangled roots. Oh boy, Ishan having to run away. There's nothing to save this Mountain King. He is a tanky little devil with 1,400 health. Oh, but the rocket's being used. Chim's focusing down. That Mountain King's taking a beating here. But the Staff of Sanctuary will keep him alive. But now the Paladin's next to get focused. He did have a TP though.
Job's done.
Alright, Ishan, 81 supply, 8k bank. DV at 80 supply, 12k bank. Kumulo at 22k, 93 supply. And Ajik at 23k, 59 supply. So these two guys are really getting that bank on. But Kumulo, he must be trying something here, as he did break into that high upkeep. So maybe he's gonna go in for an attack, or maybe I missed him getting attacked.
Forces are under attack.
Oh, I must have missed him and Ajik going at it. My bad, guys. My bad. I'm gonna try better. I'm gonna try. So right now DV's at 654. Ishan at 5-4. Wherever the Mountain King went. And DV. Oh, I already said him. Ajik at 4-3-2. And Kumulo at 5-3-3. So Kumulo, if he can get that level 6 Archmage, he's pretty good with his mass teleports, I'll tell you what. When he gets that level 6 Archmage, he can be everywhere on the map at a single time. Now looks like we're about to have a double prong engagement. DV and Ishan going at it. Kumulo at the same time pushing into Ajik's space. We got the tanks attacking away at the Chims. Rockets going down from the Tinker. Blizzard going down from Ajik's Archmage. And the Dragonhawks ensnaring the Griffins. Holy Light onto the Panda here. Alright, meanwhile DV gonna back up. Want to get in better position for Ishan's tanks. Alright, oh my gosh, the Breath of Fire from the Panda killing so much there. So many mortars and casters being lost by Kumulo. He's still at 98 supply. He's pumping out units during all this. More blizzards going down. Meanwhile, DV being forced away by Ishan, who did get that magical tank number up and running. The Panda of Ajik taking a little bit of damage here. The Naga up in the front. She's definitely not tanky. Alright, we see invisibility on Ajik's Panda. Keep an eye on him. Alright, more blizzards going down. Drunken Ace Breath of Fire being used. And Kumulo losing a lot of stuff here. Level 3 in the Paladin for Ajik. Alright, another Holy Light going down. More blizzards being used. And Kumulo forced to back off here as he took a pretty bad fight. Nice hold. Oh, does his Archmage get surrounded? He does. He does have a TP though. Might want to use it. There he goes. As the Archmage was slowed, making him very easy to get surrounded. Alright, meanwhile Ishan trying to rebuild his economy that was screwed up a little. Alright, Ajik still running on that 4 bases. I can't believe this is still going. Whereas Kumilo did very wisely. What players will do a lot in FFA is when they're gonna break into that high upkeep, they'll make all their gold workers stop mining. That way, because basically if you're in high upkeep and you're still mining, you're just losing gold. So you might as well just keep it there. It'll make the gold mines last longer. It'll make the value of the gold last longer, if that makes sense. And it's actually really smart economy-wise. I didn't learn about that until I cast FFA games. Oh my lord, Ishan's Mountain King getting focused down a little. He does get holy lighted. Alright, rockets going down from the tanker. DV's Panda getting focused down. We'll be using an anti-magic pod, keeping him from getting storm bolted. Meanwhile, it looks like Kumilo's preparing for another attack in Ajik's main. Can Ajik hold and survive? Alright, Ishan's Archmage taking a little bit of punishment here. Holy Light will go down onto him along with an Entangled Roots. Meanwhile, Ishan sending all of his tanks in, and he will snipe at least 2 of the trees of life. Another Holy Light hitting the Archmage. Meanwhile, Kumio and Najik going at it. Drunken Ace, Breath of Fire hitting all those area units. We got Blizzard going down. Kumio with some tanks now. Wait, no, those are Ajik's tanks attacking into Kumilo's air, who are focusing down the Panda. Meanwhile, these guys are still going at it. Ishan did get the kill. He can TP out if he feels safe. Entangle Roots onto the Paladin. A lot of damage going down, but he does use Divine Shield. Meanwhile, Kumio in another bad fight. Breath of Fire getting quite a bit of the Griffins there. A lot of stuff going on. Another Holy Light in the Archmage. DV gonna back off. Realizes there's not really much there to fight. Oh, and that Breath of Fire just doing so much damage. But now the Panda gonna get staffed away to safety. Alright, Hippogriff's flying over the tanks. Gonna get a few shots landed onto him. And Kumio trying to hold. Ajik at 65 supply. Kumio at 84, but it sure doesn't seem like it, as they're all probably producing into his base. The Naga of Kumio up front, taking a world of hurt here. Breath of Fire from the Panda. Holy Light on the Naga. And these Hippogriffs still chasing around here. Alright, Kumio. Oh, the Panda of Ajik taking so much damage. There's no Holy Light left, but the Invulnerability Potion was switched over and used. There's the Holy Light. Good micro there out of Ajik. Kumio forced to back off again. Meanwhile, Ishan with the middle, gonna try to mana up.
Our forces are under attack.
Get some health back on his units. Blizzard hitting more. Step Sanctuary being used on a mortar team. Another Breath of Fire going down. Holy Light on the Kumio's Archmage. Lots of fights going down here. DV TPing in, trying to shoo away at Ishan's tanks, who were going to try to snipe that Tree of Life.
Our town is under siege.
Alright, now we got a peasant brawl here by Ajik. The fighting just never ends here. Ajik and Kumilo are sworn enemies here at the moment. Like, look at this. Brawl, boys. Oh, look at that peasant micro. The peasant micro. Oh my gosh. Who can micro their peasants better? That is the question. They're going at it. You would think shoving a pickaxe in someone's head would kill them quicker. Like, look at this. Oh, and then we got the big bad water elemental coming in. Ah. Alright, but down to seriousness, we got DV pushing into Ishan's base. The Chims do have the siege upgrade, so they're able to slice away at that town hall very quickly. Like, look at that. Ooh. That went down like a fly. Alright, and Ishan, will he get a cancel? Does DV let that Tree of Life live? He does. Does he TP in quickly? Does he TP in quickly? He's got to make up his mind. It's too late now. Alright, so wasted gold there. Meanwhile, Kumio once again pushing into Ajik's base. Keep an eye on Ajik, and that Invisible Panda, I'm sure he's going to land a pretty awesome Breath of Fire. So far, Ajik's been nothing but awesome Breath of Fires. Alright, DV pushing into Ishan's base. Ishan does TP in. He does not have that mass teleport, so each TP he's using does add up in the gold cost. It's about 350 gold per pop. Alright, Entangle Roots going down. Chimps focusing down. Pocket Rockets being used. Alright, Stormbolt being used. The Archmage taking a little bit of punishment, but there is a Paladin to Holy Light him. Alright, they're still going at it.
Our forces are under
Chase him down. Cumulo gonna push into Ajik's space yet again. More blizzards going down. And Ajik's Archmage right in the front of things, taking loads of damage. Caught in such a bad spot, but the Holy Light will go down onto him. Alright, meanwhile, these two still going at it. We do see the avatar form being used by Ishan's Mountain King for Cosmodon, he yells. Alright, the tank's still going at it. Blizzard, so much AoE just dropped onto Cumulo's air. That is nuts how much AoE was just popped. Meanwhile, DV continuing to push into Ishan's base. The one thing about tanks is they're slow as a mother. So, DV is able to kite him around. The Pandaren Brewmaster is level 6. He is going to try to snipe the castle. These guys still going at it. Blizzard's trying to hit what they can here. And Ajik, for like the 4th time, is able to hold in the Breath of Fire, sniping 3 mortar teams here. Level 4 Paladin on Cumulo, and his Archmage taking a little bit of damage. Meanwhile, DV forced the TP away as Ishan was able to shoo him out. Alright, now Ajik and his Panda having himself a brawl. This Panda has been the all-star this game, but now he's taking a little bit of damage. Holy Light being used by the Paladin. With that level 2 Brilliance Art, he has a lot of mana in his system. Alright, now he's got to pay attention to his Archmage, who's getting caught in a world of hurt and forced to use the TP.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, the Panda gonna use an invulnerability potion. Breath of Fire going down. Only hit the Paladin. Spellbreakers are magic immune. Now Kumi on the offensive. Mortars do extra damage to tanks, as tanks are considered building armored units. Oh my gosh, these peasants still going at it, but now Cumulo with just a mass surround of peasants. Alright, this is going down. Blizzard being used. Cumulo cannot push into this base safely. He's going to have to use the range of the mortars to his advantage. Alright, DV and Ishan having a fight in the middle. Stormbolt sniping out a Chim. Ishan's Archmage taking a little bit of damage, but the Entangle Root's going down on him. The Holy Light, a lot of nuke here. Ishan forced the TP out. Meanwhile, the Peasant Brawl led into an empty massacre. Ishan still going at it. Drunken Haze hitting the mortars. He's waiting to land that fire. Fort Lightning off the Naga. Lots of stuff going on here. And Ajik's Paladin taking so much damage. I'm in the Panda, but he's getting staffed. Speaking of Paladin, so we have Cumulo's Paladin. My brain can't keep up with all this. Alright, Holy Light going down in Ajik's Archmage. Still taking a lot of damage. That Fort Lightning from the Naga is starting to add up in damage. Alright, Cumulo able to get some pretty important units here. Alright, and the mortars with their superior range slowly but surely will be able to siege away at these towers. Ajik, he's pumping out units non-stop. He's still at 27k bank. Meanwhile, Ishan and DV still brawling like the champs they are. DV gonna TP in to defend. The Chim's right on top of the tanks though. That's a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Cumulo is gonna back off from Ajik. That does give him the breathing time he needs to try to rebuild. We have some Ancients of War here. Pocket Factory's going down. Alright, Breath of Fire from the Panda, who did use the anti-magic shield. Lots of stuff going on here. The tank's going to try to focus. The Chim's focusing down the tanks one by one, which is pretty nice. Alright, meanwhile, Cumulo with a water elemental. That gold mine has been drained away, and DV's got to be so careful with this Panda. Using a mana pot, Earth, Storm, and Fire being called, saving his Panda's life. Alright, Holy Light going down on Ishan's Archmage. Come on, stop doing that. We do see DV uprooting his Tree of Life. Oh, and Ishan's Archmage getting level 6. Holy Light, everything going down onto him. Lots of damage being used. Oh, he might have to TP. Holy Light being used onto him again. And the Tree of Life getting mass repaired, but it is not enough. Still goes down. We see Cyclone being used by Storm. And Ishan lost his Paladin. He has no more Holy Lights, and he's forced the TP out. You do not want to be in a fight without your Paladin. His Holy Light is just so much. DV gonna rebuild his Tree of Life. And can I get a breather? My brain needs to catch up. We have that harassing Huntress. Whew. I literally just casted non-stop fighting from 4 players. Just imagine all this practice of casting like multitask fights. Like, it's good practice.
Your building is complete.
Like, I think I'm sloppy at it now, but just give me a month and I'll be like the champ of casting fights. Maybe I can get my voice to go so fast I'll be like those auctioneers. Do I hear 50? Do I hear 25? Da, 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 da. You know, one of those people. Oh boy! Mass teleport being used by Kumulo. Gonna snipe 2 town halls with it. So that was a bit like a double prawn attack. That's Kumulo saying, I'm the top human here. Y'all can just go home. I'm sure that's what Kumulo was thinking when he TP'd. We do see another mass teleport. Where's this one going? To his main. Oh, man. Alright, let's check the banks now. I got some breathing time here. We got DV at 7k bank with 72 supply. We have Ishan with 5k bank, 78 supply. Super Kumulo, 19k bank with 70 supply. And Ajik at 21k bank, 76 supply. And he is forced to TP. TPs, tanks shooting all those chimps. Dragon Ox is snaring him. Did I say chimps? I meant griffins. Kumulo gonna use his mass TP ability. Does get out. As Ajik does not have a Mountain King, so there's no way for him to stop that spell from being casted. Alright, lots of towers here for Ishan. DV deciding not to waste his time, even though the Chims do have the superior range. About 850 range versus like a guard tower 700, so yeah. Big range advantage. He is going to go for this town hall, though, that has no towers, so is undefended. What do we have here for Ishan to defend? We have some tanks. We got the Griffins, the Spellbreaker 2, and the level 6 MKs. Level 6 AM, level 6 MKs. He's 666? No, he's 665. Ajik at, oh, I can just check here. 654. DV at 675. Kumulo, who is getting attacked. Does he TP to defend? There's still some gold left in this mine. Kumulo at 654.
Job done.
And it looks like Kumulo does let this base die. He does not want to defend it. But at the same time, he's looking to push into one of Ajik's bases. This gold mines ran out. So yeah, we are starting to get to the point where the gold mines are running low. And Kumulo, rebuilding where he just killed those 2 bases, he's starting to travel a bit far for his gold. It looks like he's going to try to secure another town hall down over here. And DV actually TPing. Where is he TP? TP's to defend this tree of life. Breath of fire going on all the tanks, but the tanks just shooting all those chims. There's so many tanks. But at the same time, Kumulo and Ajik going at it. We're at it again, boys. Alright, Tranquility being popped by the Keeper of the Grove. Gonna heal up the units. Dragon Ox ensnaring all the Griffins. Drunken Haze going down the mortars. Does he land a good Breath of Fire? They're all lined up. He's not landing the Breath of Fire. What's going on? Alright, Ishan going at the tanks, doing so much damage. Breath of Fire, though, just going through those tanks. Treating him like gravy. Earthstorm and Fire being popped by Ajik. Blizzard going down from his Archmage. Kumulo's now just gotta be careful. Ishan's Thunder being lost here. The Archmage getting focused down so much and dies from the Chim Volley. Alright, these two still going at it. Level 5 on the Paladin for Kumulo. Lots of stuff being used here. What the fuck is being called by Ishan? More mortars being called here. Earthstorm Fire going at it. Spellbreakers are pretty tanky. They're not a 3-3 quite yet. Ajik's Paladin getting level 5 at the meantime. More inner fires going down. We do see Cyclone being popped on the Paladin from the Storm ability. Who knows? Windwalk and Cyclone. Alright, more water elementals coming in. Earthstorm Fire has worn off, so we're just down to the big panda. Mr. Polo Barrel Keg. Alright, lots of stuff being used. Staff Sanctuary being casted. And Ajik gonna mass teleport on out. Kumulo dropped down to 59 supply after that fight. Ajik dropped into 46, but he's still got that 19k bank, so he's not using his full gold potential here. DV, on the other hand, 6k bank. He's been losing Tree of Life after Tree of Life. 80 supply. Ishan's got a lot of rebuilding to do. He's resurrecting his heroes. He's down to 6k bank, so yeah. Woo! And right now, DV with the Fountain Control is healing up, getting some mana back. And all this Fountain Control is saving a Moonmaw Juice, which will make any defense of his base easily held, as he'll have more Moonmaw Juice to heal up heroes and units.
I smell magic in the air. I come to cleanse this land.
Whew.
It's hammer time!
All the players just rebuilding. They're all recovering from the fight, but DV looks like he's going to press the attack. Ishan has quite a bit of towers, but like I said, Chims are able to outrange him. It just depends how much patience DV has, and right now would be the time to do it. Ishan is going to try to rebuild this town hall over here. Still 1,000 gold left in the mine, so it's a little bit worth it, yeah. I would say so. But Kumulo getting some bases here, getting his income still going. Alright, looks like these two might go at it. Kumulo 80 supply, Jeek 76. Human is broken.
Under attack.
Alright, mass teleport being called as Kumulo attacking pointless town halls of a Jeek. Oh my gosh, Jeek's actually going to TP to defend. Is this the right call? There's nothing here to defend. Fort Lightning going down on the Dragonhawks. Mortars in the back in a very nice place. Aren't really going to get touched, I would say, so they are able to siege away. But at the same time, Kumulo's mortars are in the back, but Jeek does have Dragonhawks to attack him with. These guys still going at it. Alright, but we have an engagement here. DV does TP out, though. I missed that fight. My bad. Alright, level 7 Archmage for Jeek. Jeek eventually probably won't lose this town hall. A lot of mortars in the back, though. Not getting touched, though. Alright, Earthstorm and Fire being popped by a Jeek. Cyclone going down the Archmage. Fort Lightning being used by the Naga. The mortars are a little bit shredded. They aren't the tankiest units. Alright, lots of Jeek's mortars going down. Staff of Sanctuary being used. Now the Archmage, surrounded by Spellbreakers, does find a crap to slip out with. Oh my gosh, these two still going at it. Jeek, DV using Tranquility on his Keeper of the Grove. Stormbolt will deny it, and DV's Keeper of the Grove does go down with the Thunderclap here. Now DV's Panda getting focused down. These guys still going at it. Jeek is going to TP out. Let's switch over to DV's point of view. Alright, the Chim's right on top of the tanks. They're still going to go at it. Chim's going to try to focus down at Ishan's Archmage here. Ishan's Archmage not being microed at all. Taking loads of damage here. And the Ice Charge hasn't been used, so he could have Nova'd these Chims if he wanted to. Oh, man. Both players TPing out, but in the meantime, Jeek used his mass teleport ability. It will snipe this Town Hall of Kumulo. Kumulo dropped down to 60 supply. Jeek at 62. Oh man, that Tinker survived with only 80 health. You go, Tinker, you go. Alright, another TP being used by Jeek. He's keeping up the pressure. Oh, but this is where Kumulo is. Dragonhawks ensnaring all Kumulo's air units. Breath of Fire hit some of the workers. Alright, level 7 on the Archmage of Kumulo. Oh, Ishan using his mass teleport ability. Will he be able to snipe the Tree of Eternity? It's not getting repaired or anything. The Tree of Eternity goes down. DV's going to have to walk all the way back to his base. Alright, these guys still going at it. Breath of Fire being used. The Naga of Kumulo getting stabbed at the very last second. Alright, Jeek gonna TP out. Meanwhile, these guys still going at it. Ishan should probably be focusing down the production, such as the Chimrus. Breath of Fire being used by DV's Panda, though. Now the Chim's gonna try to attack him away. Pocket Rockets being used. Level 7 on Ishan's Archmage. Alright, another Breath of Fire being used. Staff Preservation being popped, but DV losing his level 7 Panda very sloppily. Ice Shard now being used by Ishan. He does no Frost Shield, but the Tinker is immune to magic in that form. Holy Light on the Archmage. The Tinker, one fireball away. Anything can kill that Tinker. Oh, but Ishan gonna TP out and DV survives. If I remember correctly, the Tinker cannot use Moonwells while in tank form. So that is why he was not healing up. But man, that was close. And he did lose his Tree of Eternity. Did he have a Tree of Life somewhere else to rebuild? He actually did not. He's having to rebuild one here. Lots of stuff going on. And we're only 49 minutes in. Ugh. Just like the moment of silence, I'm using this to rest my voice. Cause golly, that was some fighting. Whew. Jeep gonna try to take a base, but Cumulo says, not today, boy, not today. And it gets a level 6 and not. Oh my gosh, Ajik's gonna TP into this. Alright, here we go. Another engagement going down. Fort Lightning, Blizzards. It seems like these guys keep fighting each other, but Ishan TP's out using his mass TP ability. Gonna snipe at DV's Expo. Cyclone's going down onto. Oh wait, no, that was the tornado of the Naga, but it was canceled. Now we see a Cyclone on the Naga, and Cumulo gonna TP out. DV is over here. Looks like he wants to push into Ishan's main, or at least slowly siege it down. Keep that threatening presence there. Ishan gonna TP in again. Oh, nice placement of the shims. Able to snipe away at the workshops, just delaying that production. You can, of course, rebuild them like over here in the safer position. Alright, Griffin's overexposing himself. Hippogriff's going right on top of him, but they do run to the safety of the tanks. Meanwhile, do we see another fight out of these two guys? Alright, and Tangle Roots onto the Archmage Ishan. He does get Holy Lighted. Oh, he's got to be so careful with him. Then Tangle Roots can make Hero very nukeable. Alright, the Panda's back out of DV. Tranquility being popped. Meanwhile, Cumulo's base is getting attacked away by Jeek. It looks like he will let that base fall. And DV has his back cornered. Does he have a TP? He has one on his Goblin. Alright, more Pocket Rockets, more Blizzard. Tanks just doing so much damage, and DV gonna TP out.
I
16k bank, 50 supply for Cumulo. 1k bank, 71 supply for DV. 4k bank, 81 supply for Ishan, and Ajik at 12k bank, 79 supply. So once again, like most games, Cumulo with the better bank here.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
But Ajik is using his TP ability to defend his Spellbreakers. So we have another engagement. Oh, but at the same time, Ishan once again mass teleport into DV's base. Another multi-pronged attack. A lot of Divine Shields being popped. More slows going down. Ajik gonna try to fight by the safety of his towers. Meanwhile, the tanks trying to get to the Chims. Blizzard going down from the Archmage. Panda trying his best to clean up the tanks with his Breath of Fire. Alright, Cumulo trying to push back. A little Holy Light saving that Dragon Hawk here. His Paladin is a little bit up front. We go back to this fight though. The tanks are mostly gone here. Now the Archmage to get focused down. And Tangle Roots, Pocket Rockets, and Ishan's Archmage gonna get Holy Lighted. Alright, these guys still going at it. Revealing the invisible units. Fort Lightning sniping his Sorceress here. Ajik really needs to be fighting by his tanks. And I believe Ishan actually lost his Archmage. Yes, he did. Ishan losing his Archmage, and now his Paladin getting focused down. He does TP out. Alright, Earthstorm and Fire being popped by Ajik, and Cumulo gonna TP out, but the Cyclone does disrupt it. Very nice use there. Alright, Fort Lightning going down from the Naga. Cumulo gonna try to run away to the safety of his base. How much supply did he drop? He dropped all the way down to 39 versus Ajik's 72. That's a very bad spot to be for Cumulo. Alright, now these guys still going at it. Cumulo's Archmage getting focused down here. Oh, he's taking a lot of damage here. Where's the Holy Lights? There's the Holy Light. That was the Paladin's last one, though. Steph Sanctuary being used onto a Spellbreaker. And we do see the Cyclone on the Paladin. Alright, more Cyclone's being used. Try to get one off before the timer ran out. Now we're back to the bold Polo Panda. Oh, Clumio's Archmage has to be careful. There's not... Okay, there is enough for one Holy Light. Level 3 Brilliance Aura for the win. Meanwhile, during all this, I can see DV's just... Oh, wait, no, they're having a fight here. DV's Panda getting chased down by the Mountain King, who has one bolt left in him. There it is. I don't think that's enough DPS to take down the Panda. Now we see Blizzard being used by Jeek, trying to tear away at the towers of Cumulо. Panda staying around, gonna use Earthstorm Fire just in good measure. Alright, Holy Light going down onto the Naga, Cumulo, and a Jeek gonna TP out and away. Meanwhile, Ishan gonna try to run away, but a Cyclone gonna hit his Mountain King, and there's no TP on the Mountain King. Oh, I thought he was surrounded. He's getting some tank shots, does get Holy Lighted. He's still gonna try to run away. And the Jeek gonna try to take this base over here. While DV chased him down, Cyclone onto his Paladin. Keyshawn finally gonna TP out. Oh, man. Cumulo being relentless. Looks like he wants to keep the pressure. He is at 14k supply. I'm sure he's pumping out units out the wazoo. Or not. He's actually banking under 50. Oh, Tornado being used by the Naga. Not often I get to see that, especially on the tanks. Can you imagine if Cyclone worked on tanks?
Job done.
Alright, Tornado also counts as a little AoE siege thing. Oh, meanwhile we have an engagement over here. DV sniping a Town Hall of Ishan. This gold mine still has 8k gold left in it. DV is gonna back off though. These guys still going at it. The Tornado gonna get a good chunk of the towers and some farms here. Alright, Breath of Fire hit mostly Spellbreakers, although the Paladin did take good damage. Staff Sanctuary being used. Kumio gonna back off. Alright, now DV's tanks attacking a DV's Chims. Breath of Fire gonna get one of Yishan's tanks. Staff of Sanctuary on the other. And DV's gotta be careful with this Panda. He's taking a lot of damage here. Oh, and the bolt dodge with the Staff of Preservation. Nice work there by DV. Now Ishan's Mountain King getting focused down. Pocket Rockets being used. And a tank actually going down with some Storm Bolts here, giving the Mountain King level 9. Holy Light going down onto him again. And DV dropping down to 40 supply while Ishan is at 62.
Our forces are under attack.
We're not even halfway through the game. Oh, that's good. Right now it's still anyone's game. Oh, but we have another fight here. Jeek and Kumio going non-stop here. Cyclone going down onto the Naga. Alright, Fort Lightning getting some mortars. The rest going down. Mass TP being used again. I believe that was a misclick though. More water elementals coming in. Kumio's Archmage getting hit up a little bit. Alright, Tornado going down from the Naga of Kumio. Oh, but Cyclone is going to disrupt it. Meanwhile, DV pushing in, gonna try to get some peasant kills of a Jeek. Oh yeah, we got that lone tank there by Jeek, so he has to place TP2, but Jeek losing a lot of units this fight actually. We even see Mass Resurrection being used by Jeek, getting actually quite a bit of units back. Alright, Holy Light going down the Spellbreaker and the Mortar. Alright, Fort Lightning being used by the Naga. Holy Light saving that Dragonhawk at the last second. Guys still going at it. Holy Light onto the Spellbreaker. Now we got the Dragonhawks chasing them down. They do piercing damage so they can still attack. Alright, Divine Shield being popped by Jeek's Paladin. Alright, more Dragonhawks going down here. We see Kumil losing the Spellbreaker. Holy Light on the Dragonhawk again. Both these players with level 3 Brilliance are. They're basically never going to run out of mana. Meanwhile, DV Continuing to harass Ishan, not allowing him to secure this base. Stormbolt does snipe at Shim.
Forces are under attack.
Alright, these guys still going at it. Kumio's Naga getting a bit focused down. Tanks. Shim's right on top of the tanks trying to get that Archmage. Not sure if that was the smartest of decisions. Staff Preservation will save one of them though. Alright, they're still going at it. Kumio's Naga taking some damage there. Holy Light. Oh no, Staff Sanctuary gonna be used. And Kumio gonna TP out. DV now being chased down by Ishan. Earthstorm and Fire being used here. Alright, Blizzard going down. Does hit those chims. Stormbolt gonna go down on the other chim. Oh, and the Archmage of Ishan, you gotta be so careful. Oh, Pocket Rock is being used, but he does get Holy Lighted just in time. Alright, Pocket Factory even going down. And another Entangled Roots, and the Archmage of Ishan. The Archmage of Ishan! Oh my gosh, TP's with 9 health left. That is cutting it close, my friend. And Kumio actually lost that town hall with that single tank, forcing him to rebuild. That does take time. That does take money away from him. Alright, we see mass teleportation. Okay, I thought he was going to go in the TV's main again. Does he have a critter? He has nothing in here to TP with. Didn't know if he had a hidden rabbit or something. DV for the 6th or 7th time is going to try to secure this base. It is starting to dwindle on gold, but 3k is not something to sneer at. Especially when you're an hour in. We're an hour into this game, boys.
Job's done.
I kind of want someone to die just so I can watch as the observer. That makes my job much easier. But these guys are gonna fight till the death. That is for sure.
Are under attack.
All right, once again, Ishan right on target. DV does TP in to defend. Oh my gosh, but he doesn't TP in time. The +3 damage on the tanks is just too much. Ugh, hiccup.
Done.
DV TPing in. Too late, and I believe that still uses the TP. I'm
Upgrade complete.
not sure if I'm mistaken. If you cast the TP and then you TP, but you don't TP, does it still take the scroll? Leave that down in the comments for me, boys, because that's honestly never happened to me.
Our town is under siege.
Alright, but DV not going to sit this one out. He's going to continue to fight. Ishan does TP in, though. Mass TP, making it very easy for the human player to defend. Meanwhile, Kumilo looks like he is going to push into a Jeek space at the same time. His Archmage is almost level 8. Gonna lose the Peasant Fort, giving the Naga level 7. Fort Lightning gonna get another.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, Ishan gonna push in again as he is trying to secure this base. DV, I don't believe, has any gold mines here, so what is his gold looking like? He's down to 366, so yeah, things are not looking that great for him. Oh, but at the same time, okay, never mind. I thought that was a mass TP, but that was just a brain fart. DV actually doing some nice harassment here. Does force Ishan back to defend, keeping him from being aggressive, but we do see another tornado from the Naga. Here we go, Draconaze going down. And this tornado just slowly taking away the infrastructure of the towers and stuff. Wizard going down from the Archmage. Alright, Kumil's got to be careful with his Archmage. Where is his Paladin? There it is. Keep an eye on his mana count. And that's the flaw without having a Mountain King. You can't Stormbolt these channel spells. Alright, Fort Lightning being used. Now we have Ishan just backing off. I think he got caught by DV, and Kumio does TP out. Resurrection was being used. Not sure how that works. He must have cast it at the very last second.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, Ishan, where'd you TP? Oh, we had Tinker harassment out of DV into the main base. Just trying to be annoying. It is also keeping Ishan off of him, so that's also very important. Alright, DV with the Panda, gonna try to slowly siege away with those Breath of Fires, but Ishan, he wants to attack. What are the supplies? DV at 50, Ishan at 69. Not looking that good for him. DV's gonna have to try to make a good hold. He's got some Moonwell juice to help. He's trying to build some chims with a little gold he had.
Our gold mine is running low.
Alright, meanwhile, Ajik chasing away at Cumulo. A couple Spellbreakers gonna get caught out. Alright, Breath of Fire going down from DV onto the tanks. Steph Sanctuary gonna go down on one of them. Ishan just killing the production of DV while DV is down. We do see the level 8 on the Paladin. Alright, Cumulo and Ajik gonna go at it yet again. Alright, as Ishan actually TP'd out, as his Tinker was doing some harassment here, actually did quite a bit of damage to the Town Hall. Alright, Spellbreaker's stealing some spells here. Now we have the Naga getting focused down. The Earthstorm Fire was being used. The Archmage next on the focus list as the Holy Light went down. The Naga Staff of Sanctuary being used onto Spellbreaker. And the Archmage forced to use an Invulnerability Potion. Another Holy Light will go down onto him. More Spellbreakers going down. Level 7. Fort Lightning sniping some casters there. But it's not looking like good fight for Cumulo. It's 43 supply versus 60. Another Cyclone going down onto him. Anything happen between these guys? No. Alright, Staff Sanctuary onto the Archmage, and Cumulo gonna run away with his Paladin. All at the same time, we do have a Jeek's lone tank. Sadly, Cumulo will not be able to keep this Town Hall alive. Or, actually, no. Nice pronged attack by Jeek. Attacking 2 targets at once while holding off Cumulo's army. Breath of Fire Blizzard getting the Peasant, giving the Panda level 8. Alright, mass TP being used. Alright, Ishan gonna continue the pressure. All the while, DV keeps forcing Ishan back with this Tinker harassment with the Pocket Factory. As you can see, he's slowly sieging away at the buildings. Alright, Tinker gonna come on in. Does Ishan TP in to defend? There's the Pocket Factory and the rockets. All at the same time, though, Ishan pushing into the main. DV did rebuild somewhat of a chim army here. But with the tanks and the griffins, I'm not sure what he could do. Hippogriff's gonna try to go down onto him. Meanwhile, Cumulo pushing into a Jeek space yet again. Alright, now we have a Jeek's Archmage caught in a really bad spot. He's actually being blocked by his own units. He's gonna try to TP out. Does get in time. Cumulo thought he could get the tornado to stun him, but he does not do it. And Ishan just pushing in, killing a lot of DV's main. But the Pocket Factory did kill the Town Hall. Is the Tinker in the main? I'm not sure where the Tinker is at. Okay, the Tinker is back home to defend. All at the same time, though, the Tornado getting a lot of Ajik's units into the air. Divine Shields being popped by the Paladins. And the Tornado just killing away at the infrastructure. It does finally run out, though. But Ishan at full range right now in DV's base. That Breath of Fire did do some decent damage onto the air units. Shim does get focused down. Alright, Resurrection being popped by Ajik. Ajik running on fumes here. He's trying the best he can. But Cumulo is going to back off. Does not want to overcommit. Does not want to make a stupid move. Oh, and the Panda of DV sucking on what Moonwell juice he can. Even dropping his preference. Oh, but we see a Storm Bolt onto the Panda. Staff Preservation being used, but I believe that just sent him to the main. Yes, it did. Oh, Earthstorm and Fire saving his life. So close. Alright, now we got Holy Light going down onto the Griffin. Pocket Rockets being used again. Divine Shield being popped by Ishan's Paladin. More rockets going down from the Tinker, and the Keeper of the Grove now taking some damage. Stormbolt goes down onto him, and the Thunderclap gonna take him out. Holy Light onto the Archmage. And DV, these are the last of his buildings, if I'm not mistaken. These are, so when these die, he's out.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
That's going at it. Panda dropping his preference just to get every little bit of Moomal juice out. He does get fully healed as he gets storm bolted. Alright, Breath of Fire going down from the Panda. Holy Light on the Archmage. The Blink Dagger being used. Alright, Panda gonna go in. Another Breath of Fire going down. Holy Light being used. But DV is trying his best to hold, but his buildings are dropping one by one. He's losing his Moonwells. Less juice potential for him.
Our warriors have engaged.
And Cumulo with a Griffin Strike Force here. Maybe he's going to try to do something. On the Panda. Panda DV's got to be so carefully. He's out of Moonwell juice. Stormbolt goes down onto him. What can he do? Stat Preservation, but he doesn't go far. Level 10 on the Mountain King for Ishan. DV down to his solo Tinker here, all at the same time. Looks like Cumulo is going to go in for push number 9, I think, onto Ajik's main. And Ajik lost pretty much all of his defensive towers here. So he's got to rely on this army here. Alright, the Archmage of Ishan Khan, a pretty bad spot. Another Blizzard going down. Cumulo able to push right on in, but Ajik with a pretty good army. Got the mortars protected in the back. We got the inner fire on the tanks. Alright, Breath of Fire going down from Ajik. Meanwhile, these guys still going at it. DV losing his last tree of life here. Alright, mortars going down. Holy Light onto the Spellbreaker. We got the Panda chasing out Cumulo's mortars. One Breath of Fire. Holy Light onto the Naga. Fort Lightning being used. And Cumulo taking a pretty bad fight. We do see Earthstorm Fire yet again. Cyclone onto the Naga. The Tinker able to hold his ground here. He's really tanky, hence the Mecha Goblin. And Resurrection Mass TP being used by Cumulo as he TP's out. Meanwhile, these guys still have it. Blizzard being used. A Tinker is just almost unkillable. Gonna suck on the Moonwell juice before they get killed and go back into tank form. Alright, more Blizzards going down. Holy Light onto the Archmage of Ishan. Oh, even uprooting his trees. DV is desperate to make this hold. More water elementals coming in. All the focus going down the Tinker. He gets bashed. That's a level 10 MK. He's 333.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Does DV have a hidden building? No, he doesn't. These are his last. I don't even think he was able to save Wisps. That is such a bad situation for him. Meanwhile, Cumulo continuing the pressure here. Even going to use Tornado on the high ground. Just trying to do what damage he can. Well, like I said, the way Warcraft 3 works, when you lose all your buildings, you are kicked out of the game. So I do believe DV is about to get kicked out. Looks like he might try to go and harass at Ishan's base, just get some damage done before he's evicted. Level 9 on the Archmage for Ajik at the meantime. And when DV's eliminated, I should be able to watch as an observer, so congratulations on that. Holy Light even being used on water elementals, and another mass teleportation being used. Cumulo going back to safety his base. He still has a nice SimCity of towers, but I do believe Ajik did have mortars. He did have mortars. Oh, don't leave, don't leave. Let him kill your buildings, please. Because if he leaves, I'm not able to watch as an observer. Ajik calling for peace here. And Cumulo agrees. Ajik has 7k gold. He has 12k gold. DV is eliminated? Okay. DV was eliminated, so now I can watch it as an observer. Yay! Yay! Okay, so now I can keep track of everything much easier. So we are down to 3. Sadly, the one non-human player was eliminated. We're down to 3 humans: Ishan, Ajik, and Kumulo. What are the supplies and stuff looking like? We got Ishan at 2k bank, 26 supply. We got Ajik, 87 supply, 800 gold. And Kumulo at 7k bank, 75 supply. And by the looks of things, Kumulo is the only one with a mining base. Never mind, Ishan also with a mining base. And Ajik gonna try to secure this one.
A player's forces are under attack.
So each player gonna try to secure, get back on that one base income. Oh, Ishan and Ajik caught in the middle. I lied. I lied. I have 600 gold. Which, in reality, he does. But do they believe him? That's the question. Because there's no way they can tell. Unless they're map hackers, there's no way they can tell. And I guarantee you, no replay I cast will have a map hacker in it. Kumulo right now with the biggest bank of gold. What a shocker, am I right?
A town is under siege.
Alright, we do see the tornado being used by the Naga Sea Witch.
And
And all those towers being clumped up is going to do a nice bit of damage here. Towers? Yeah. Alright, Ishan gonna come in. Stormbolt on the Naga does stop that tornado from being cast. Divine Shield being used on Paladin. Ishan's Archmage is running right on in. That was a very dumb move. He's gonna try to use his mass teleport. He will get away, as Kumulo does not have a way to stop it, but that was very stupid. Alright, Fort Lightning going down on the peasants. And Kumulo just gonna push in on these towers. Level 8 on the Naga. Alright, Stormbolt onto the Naga yet again. Ishan trying to hold here. Thunderclap even being used. The Naga, even at level 8, is not that tanky. Holy Light will go down onto her. Alright, now we got a Stormbolt on Kumulo's Paladin. We do see the Avatar being used by Ishan's Mountain King for Cosmodon, but Ishan's Archmage getting surrounded again. It's going to TP into a better position. Holy Light does go down onto him. If he gets surrounded for a 3rd time, I'm going to laugh so hard. Alright, another Holy Light going down. Oh, but the Kumulo's Paladin getting staffed away at the very last second. And Ishan losing his Archmage. Oh.
The town is under siege.
Wow. So Ishan losing an high level Archmage, he should have enough gold to resurrect it, but jeez. Level 8 is going to take a lot of time, and killing a level 8 hero gives a lot of experience to Kumulo's heroes as well, getting him closer and closer to that 10-10-10. Meanwhile, Jeek just sitting back. He should be mining now. He is. He's banking under that low upkeep. Under that high upkeep, I mean. Ishan's one base is going to run out soon. Kumulo's ran out, but he does have another one over here with 2k left in it. And I believe these are the last mines left in the game. Yes, they are. So they're gonna have to deal with the gold that they have now.
A player's forces are under attack.
After a long, grueling war with nothing left, him and DV fought to tooth and nail. But Ishan with the Spellbreaker did scout Cumulo's base. Does he use Mass TP to try to harass it? Oh yeah, your Archmage is dead, but he is almost out. So that's good for him. Would you believe me if I told you we're not even halfway done? Like, I don't see how this game could go on for so long. Alright, the Spellbreaker's moving in. Do we see the TP? We do. Alright, there's TP. Gonna try to kill some peasants. Nice thunderclap, slowing them all down. We even see a blizzard being used. Does Kumio TP in to defend?
Player's forces are under attack.
Oh, him and Ajik might go at it again. Oh. Alright, Mass TP being used. Kumio TPing right on top. Both Paladins popping their Divine Shields. Alright, Ishan's Archmage getting pretty focused down. Holy Light will go down onto him though. But in the end, Kumio does lose his base. Staff Sanctuary being used.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ishan gonna try to run away.
Town is under siege.
Alright, Ishan just continuing to prod away at Kumio. Kumio actually gonna TP in. Just gonna shoo him away. Ishan using his mass teleport. Oh, but the tornado! He's trying it. I think if it would have been just like 1 second later, he would have gotten that tornado stun. Oh, wrong button. Oh, where did Jeek? Okay, teleported to main. I thought a Jeek was going in for an attack. Damn it, DV. We're back to watching it this way. Oh, we do see a scouting Invisible Dragonhawk by Ajik. Just getting his information. Oh! Gonna have to get to it here. Ishan's Archmage getting focused down. Holy Light goes down onto him. Ishan just fighting with his heroes for Cosmodon, he says, as the avatar is being popped. Kumulo, is he gonna try to surround the Archmage again?
Gold mine has collapsed.
Nope, he almost got the Paladin though, but the counter surround from the Mountain King, able to stop that. Alright, now we see the units going down. Water Elemental Stormbolt being used, but the Archmage quickly being healed up. Spellbreaker being used, Staff Sanctuary being used on a Spellbreaker, I do believe. Now Kumio's Paladin getting chased down. Stormbolt does go down onto him. Oh, but Ishan's Archmage, Staff of Sanctuary being used. And that means his units are stuck there. Never mind, the Paladin does have a TP. Might want to use it. There he goes.
Our forces are under attack. I smell magic in the air.
Stop hitting me. It's like the grunt on Warcraft when you just keep, you know, clicking him. He's like, stop poking me. I really don't see how this game can keep going. I'm gonna fast forward. Hold on, hold on. I hear TP. Who TP'd? Must have been Staff Sanctuary. Oh, okay. Is Kumio gonna try to secure himself another base? Actually, I'm gonna do something I've never done before due to my time constraint. I am going to make this cast a two-parter. This will be part 1, and I think since we're on downtime, this will be a great place to leave off. I am sorry, but I have something to do. I should have part 2 up tomorrow. But it'll give you a nice little watch, leave you in suspense of what'll happen. So, if you like this cast so far, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to watch me play Warcraft 3, follow me at Twitch at Thendis32. And I will catch you guys later.